Hey everyone, Ian King here, editor at Smart Profits Daily with your weekly YouTube video. And before we get going, I just want to please ask if you like what we have to say, smash that like button, subscribe to our videos, and please feel free to comment after the video. Today, I'm joined by Banyan Hill research analyst Steve Fernandez. Steve, you've got some breaking news on Apple and the cryptocurrency market. What are you hearing?
Yeah, so I guess you could say the talk is Apple is venturing into the crypto space. They posted a job advertisement for an alternative payment manager. So they haven't confirmed, their involvement in cryptos yet, but the timing here it's probably not coincidental. There was a major lawsuit between Apple and the Fortnite game developer Epic Games, where Epic Games basically said Apple was being anti-competitive in the way they handled their in-app game purchases. And that's interesting, but really what's the most interesting about that is Epic Games specifically cited Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in their lawsuit as payment methods that Apple had not been allowing. So that lawsuit was just finishing up this week.
And so let me just clarify for all you non-gamers out there, Epic Games makes a role-playing game called Fortnite. And in that you build a character, which is called an avatar, and you're allowed to buy things for this character. And it's a big, source of revenue for the company. I just want to clarify that because video games have surely changed in the last 40 years since they first came out. But Steve, what I find really interesting about this is that a couple of years ago, Square actually had a job posting very similar to somebody that could program and use cryptocurrencies. And within a year, they unveiled Bitcoin buying on their Cash App. I mean, is it possible? And how big could this be with Apple? I mean, how many users are we talking about here worldwide if Apple goes down this path?
Yeah, I mean, the first step is bringing on talent to get that off the ground. Apple's opportunity is huge. Right now, the estimate is about 900 million users. So that's potentially 900 million eyeballs on cryptocurrency. And, even if a small fraction of those users actually, use cryptocurrencies for payments, that's going to be a huge growth in crypto users.
Right. So let's say, 900 million Apple users, let's estimate, let's say 10% decide that they can now buy Bitcoin using their iPhone. So we're talking about 90 million potential new users. How does that compare to the wallet size now? And so effectively, how much would this add to the amount of people transacting in cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin?
Well, it's kind of hard to judge how many wallets there are because some people, as you know, would have multiple wallets. Recent estimates suggest that the number of cryptocurrency users surpassed 100 million in January. So, it's not illogical to think that the amount of crypto users could easily double, if Apple does start accepting crypto payments.
That's pretty amazing stat. And this could probably happen, within the next year or so if Apple moves forward. They're pretty incredible. And, I think it's kind of ironic because at the same time, Elon Musk said Tesla is no longer accepting Bitcoin to purchase their vehicles. Now, some people say, well, Elon actually hinted that he's worried about the environmental damage that Bitcoin does to the environment by sucking up a lot of electricity and energy and using fossil fuels. I think there's something a little different going on there, whereas there weren't that many cars purchased with Bitcoin because, I mean, who wants to spend it if it's been going up, year over year? So maybe you have more of a hoarding component in Bitcoin than people who want to spend it on buying a Tesla. Any thoughts on that, on Musk's move recently?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Musk is a really outspoken guy. You could delve into his personality in, an hour-long video. I wouldn't read too much into him, scaling back Tesla's acceptance of Bitcoin payments. I think the bigger picture is there's an overwhelming amount of companies that are now moving into crypto. So, the fact that Tesla even bought Bitcoin to begin with, I think that speaks volumes as to what they see in that technology.
Mm-hmm. And they bought about $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. I think a cost base is like a 35,000 or so.
Right. It was about 1.5 billion. So, when Bitcoin surged after that, the joke is they made more money from Bitcoin than they did ever from selling cars. So, I don't know why they stopped accepting Bitcoin and investing in that, but, we'll see if they revert back on that decision to
Well,
cancel
he
payments.
also announced that he met with some mining companies and they talked about making the miners work primarily off of renewable energy and not fossil fuels. And there's also been talk about how China is cracking down on the miners in China and they're looking for other places to move to. So, there definitely is a lot of shifting happening behind the scenes in the whole mining, let's call it the regime, because it's basically you can't have the Bitcoin network if you don't have these high-powered computers that are adding new blocks, validating transactions, and securing the network. Right, the Bitcoin works by taking energy and converting it into network security. So this is a key component, and I think that if Musk and there are others involved as well. I think Jack Dorsey was in on this call. Can move Bitcoin mining from fossil fuels to renewable energies. Not only is this going to promote the use case for renewable energies, but now the critics who are saying that Bitcoin is damaging to the environment, their argument falls on deaf ears.
Right. And, as you kind of mentioned, Bitcoin miners are going to mine regardless, and they're going to look for the most efficient and cheapest way to do so. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are concerned about the environmental aspect, but what you described is more of a network effect where as renewable energy grows, as Bitcoin mining or crypto mining grows using renewable energy, it should actually make renewable energy more efficient and better utilized. So, the crypto mining use case could be a major driver for renewable energy as well.
Right. And at the same point, if we do see Apple move in the next year to add cryptocurrency payments, to their iPhones and a wallet to the iPhone, I think that would just, really open up more people around the world to using Bitcoin and transacting with it. So pretty exciting things going on now. So Steve, let's leave it there. I want to thank you for joining me today. And I thank everyone for tuning in and watching this YouTube video for Smart Profits Daily. Any comments, please hit us below. For myself and Steve, Ami and King, have a great weekend. Thank you.